Donald Sterling. By the way, like we're not going to go down this road, but have you started to see the commercials for the upcoming, what is it called? Get Clipped or whatever?
It actually started yesterday.
Did it?
Yes.
It looks absolutely horrible.
Right.
You can't expect me to watch this.
Oh, I am.
Ed O'Neill is Donald Sterling.
Yes.
Al Bundy?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
This is worse than Cuba Gooding as OJ.
No, Mike. From the commercials I watch, I think that he's going to nail this.
Okay.
You got to get past that he's Al Bundy.
I can't.
I think it looks good. The one that gets me is Fishburne as the coach.
Doc Rivers.
Right. I was like, okay, that's a stretch.
That's outrageous. Yeah. It's not even close.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
They're great actors, so maybe they'll get you to forget that they don't look like the people.
And Sterling is such a scumbag that, like, I want to watch it, but it's very difficult to bring myself to it.
I'm going to give the first 2 episodes a watch.
Okay. Let me know, and if it's worth it, I'll follow.
V Stiviani? Or
whatever. She wore, like, a visor over her face.
Right. Even watching that, and then the wife, it looks like it could be intriguing.
All right. I want to bring something up. We'll get to the ticket text. If you're looking for Tiger baseball, we open the show with it. We're going to get back to it at 5. Above 500, shot to sweep tonight. Yet on the same day, you have Kirk Gibson out of nowhere calling the morning show and doing the Bally propaganda and how everything's great. You get Lynn Henning writing about how much we're going to get for Flaherty in a month. It's just very difficult to wrap your arms around it and figure out whether you're allowed to be happy if you know you're headed off a cliff.
Yeah.
Or you know it's not sustainable to keep winning 2-1, 3-1, or have a lineup that looks like this. But yet, 2.5 out of the wild card, you know the Twins are flawed. You know the bottom of the AL is as bad as it's ever been. Is there a pathway to being a buyer? So we'll get back into it in the 5 o'clock. But you saw the new upcoming college football playoff, the 12 team, or what are we, 14 now? 12? Did they change in the last hour?
No. Well, they're still the same.
All right, we're at 12?
I think so.
Okay. So the new TV schedule for this, being that you are the resident greedmonger, a.k.a. TV executive, why don't you, there it is. Why don't you, hey, listen, it's free. Why? By the way, be on the lookout for Rico making his debut in the Tigers promo. Be on the lookout. It's in the rotator. You're going to know when you know.
What, are we giving away tickets now?
No, that's Cookie's routine in the morning. I'm sure they'll have something. You just won the sci-fi high five or whatever the hell it's called.
Well, here's the beauty of it. Mike, at least for you, to watch the college football playoff games, none of them are going to be on Peacock. You don't have to stream anything. They're on ESPN and they're on TNT the first 2 rounds. TNT has the first 2 rounds. I've often said that they should do the quarterfinal first round games during the first week of bowls because nobody ever watches those games. So what a great lead in. So yeah, on Friday, December 20th and Saturday the 21st, you're going to have 2 games on ESPN and 2 games on TNT. Those will be the home games at teams 5 through 8.
And this is December 20th and 21st.
Yes, Friday and Saturday, December 20th and 21st.
Okay, keep going.
So it's a Friday night game. So maybe MSU will get another Friday night game.
I don't like okay, right off the rip, David, am I allowed, without being called a boomer, to say I don't want Friday night college football on December 20th?
Hold on, before you say you're a boomer.
Uh-oh.
One of the best games was a Friday night game last year. It was a conference final game, conference championship game.
That doesn't count as a conference championship game.
This is a playoff game. More at stake. Win or go home. Or you mean to tell me Oregon, Washington on Friday night?
I didn't like that game.
Really?
Think.
Oh. I did. I profited.
I bet on Oregon. I hated you, Duff. I hated him.
I got a nice pullover.
I bet on Bo Nix and all 7 of his stupid kids.
But Friday, the first game is going to be a Friday night game at 8 p.m. on ESPN, noon on Saturday on TNT, a 4 p.m. on Saturday on TNT, and then an 8 o'clock
Whoa. Stop.
ABC, ESPN.
Stop the clock. So they're going against the NFL. Isn't the NFL going to have a Saturday night game?
They are.
Oh, come on. See, why?
But are they? Because college has been doing Saturday. The NFL kind of infringed on their territory.
The NFL just told the NBA to go bleep itself, and they took over Christmas Day. They do whatever they want.
Well, college football is saying, hey, we were Saturday before you were Saturday. We don't have games on Sunday.
Good luck with that.
We don't do games. So, yeah, the NFL is probably going to have some games on that.
So it's Friday and Saturday. Then how does it work the next week?
It is then it's looks like 2 weeks later or 10 days later, quarterfinal games on New Year's Eve. It'll be the Fiesta Bowl. No, only one game, Mike. One game, New Year's Eve, Fiesta Bowl, followed by on New Year's Day on a Wednesday, Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl.
All right, David, I'm going to say this, and I need his microphone turned off. Not because I lack respect for the man, but I don't want to argue, and I just want to speak to you directly momentarily. This is total garbage. And I know the listeners don't have the guts to back me because they'll be called boomers too. But I want you to think about, once we sort through Rico's PowerPoint presentation, here's all I heard in this. Friday night, up against NFL on a Saturday night, New Year's Eve, Wednesday Peach Bowl. Does any of this sound really good to you?
To be honest, no, because I got to make decisions on what I'm watching.
Can I say something real? Games have always been on New Year's Day, Mike. The bowl games.
You said New Year's Eve.
No,
Friday night.
No, there's one game on New Year's Eve. The other 3 games are on New Year's Day.
Put all 4 on New Year's Day.
Which happens to be on a Wednesday this year.
I can't wait till you're hosting this show and tell me how much you like your format.
Man, I'm off that day.
248.
You want to go watch ponies? I'm off that day.
I want to hear the people on this. And again, hey, if you don't care, fine. The playoff.
Oh wait, there's
more.
Oh, that was just quarterfinals, Mike.
Go ahead,
folks. Here's where Mike heads explode. Semifinal games, Mike. Thursday, Orange Bowl, 7:30. Friday, Cotton Bowl, 7:30. Both on ESPN. January 9th, January 10th.
Why would you not have both games on the same day?
Well, you want to milk this thing.
No, now one team has a day less rest. It's stupid. Carry on.
And then the championship game is Monday, January 20th at 7:30 in Atlanta.
Okay. People, can I have 5 people who care about this? Does this actually sound good to you? All the years, people like Rico demanded an expanded playoff. Okay. Does this really sound like something you wanted? Look at when these games are.
And you got to get past that.
Leave me alone.
Okay.
How dare you?
Okay.
It's one thing.
There's lots of clouds. Start yelling at them.
I'm not yelling at them. I'm saying you've told me the TV schedule, and I don't like it.
What TV schedule would you have liked?
Well,
Mike?
first of all,
I wouldn't have.
If you would allow me, A, you can't have games on New Year's Eve. B, you should never be going head-to-head against the NFL. 3, the semifinals deal where the games are on separate nights. Why? It's 2 football games. You play them on the same night. You determine the final. It's 8 great hours of TV, and both teams have an equal shot at this deal without having one less day of rest. I mean, those 3 right off the surface, and 4, who the hell invited TNT to the party? I don't want college football on TNT. What the hell is that?
Mike, here's the thing. You can't go head-to-head against the NFL except for that Christmas week. Guess what happens? NFL is on every day but Tuesday. So at some point, you got to play your game. The NFL is basically, we're going to be on Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There you go.
Okay, and we arrive at the point I've made to you.
But that's the NFL.
The networks are ruining sports for me. It's too much, too often. It's just not what I want, and I'm not a boomer for feeling that way.
Or it becomes the most wonderful time of the year.
Go to hell. 248-539-9797.
I need Gibby to call this show.
Right. I want to hear another story from 84. Tell me how I should be, kissing the ground that Chris Ilitch walks on. No, make playoffs. I'm excited they're winning. I'm excited that it's not baseball season's over, but oh my God.
Mm-hmm. But no, the only thing I've never liked the New Year's Eve game ever. Even when they kept playing them, I was just like, I understood because they were afraid of the NFL. The NFL was that on the first, which was a Sunday. So college football said, well, we don't want to go up against them. You get one game, you get the other 3 games spread out throughout the day on that Wednesday.
David, ticket text, or do you want to do those on the other side?
You can do them on the other side.
All right.
A lot coming in.
That's David telling me to bleep myself. Appreciate that. 248-539-9797. We got some calls coming in on it. And again, if you want to just call me old and
Mike,
mean.
I don't think it's old or mean. What I think it is, it's different, and a lot of people have a hard time with different.
You make me sound like the old people in the commercials,
man. Young people have a hard time with. Most people have a hard time with different. You always say you want change until change happens, and it's like, wait, you mean you move the furniture? Yes, that's called change.